Hi everyone and welcome back again to my geography class. So myself Shomiron sir and again I am back with your geography class chapter number 2 inside our earth. So on the last video I have already discussed about the part 1 of geography chapter number 2 and this video I will discuss about the second part of this chapter. So the first part we have discussed about earth interior. What are the different layers of earth interior? We have discussed about the crust, mantle and core, their density, their depth and what are the several types of minerals they are mainly composed of or formed of. Now today we will discuss about the rocks and minerals. So do you know what are rocks and what are minerals? So minerals, you can tell that minerals are the naturally occurring homogeneous substance having some physical properties or characteristics and chemical composition, and they are mainly naturally occurring, and when more than one or two minerals are assembled together they are known as the rocks. Now, the rocks are of mainly three types. You know that igneous rock, sedimentary rock, and metamorphic rock. So, first of all, igneous rock. Igneous rocks are mainly known as the primary rocks. Why they are known as the primary rocks? Because they are the first to origin. And how it is originated? Due to the eruption of molten magma. When the molten magma comes out, it cools and solidified, so in that way igneous rocks are formed. So now igneous rocks can be divided into two types: intrusive igneous rock and extrusive igneous rock. Intrusive means the igneous rock which is formed inside our earth crust. Those igneous rocks are called intrusive igneous rocks. They are mainly formed by the solidification and cooling down of the magma inside the earth crust. While the magma is coming out through the vent or through the any weak point or pores or cracks on the interior of the earth, some of the part of magma is cooled down and solidified. So that cooling of that particular magma is formed into intrusive igneous rock. For example, you can tell for granite. Granite is a intrusive igneous rock. Now, extrusive igneous rock. What is extrusive igneous rock? Extrusive igneous rocks means the igneous rock which is formed outside the earth crust on the surface of the earth that we can easily see or visible. Okay, so when the molten magma comes out, it is called lava, and due to the solidification and cooling of lava, the extrusive igneous rocks are formed. Again, I am repeating, the lava which is coming out, it is in molten form, and when it comes with the normal temperature and pressure condition of the earth, it started to cool down gradually and it start to solidify, and in that way extrusive igneous rocks is formed. You can find some basalt is an extrusive igneous rock. So from here you can also find out the difference between intrusive igneous rock and extrusive igneous rocks. And igneous rocks, their name has been derived. Igneous means fire. Okay, from there. So due to the solidification and cooling of molten magma on lava, igneous rocks are mainly formed. So from here the definition of every types of igneous rock, how they are formed, what are the characteristics, example of igneous rocks, this we will learn from this part. You can see one chart I have given with some images that the major three types of rocks are there: igneous rock, sedimentary rocks and metamorphic rock. So among it, igneous rock I have already discussed. Now I will discuss gradually about sedimentary and the metamorphic rock. So here in short you can see some definition is given. It's major types of rock as well as different types of rocks picture is also given. Mainly igneous rocks, they are formed by the solidification of molten rock, magma or lava, which I have just now discussed. And sedimentary rocks, it is formed on the earth's surface from the accumulation and cementation of fragmented pieces of older rock produced by weathering. and metamorphic rocks that have undergoes physical changes as a result of exposure to extreme pressure, temperature and fluids. So which I have just now read out. This thing I will discuss in the next slide. So rocks. So suppose igneous rocks, they are the first to form the primary rock, and due to the breakdown of these types of rock, several types of rock, the breakdown fragmented particles are cemented together. Okay, and they are converted into sedimentary rocks. So the accumulation and the cementation and the deposition of the sediments on the fragmented particles of the rocks formed the sedimentary rocks. So you can find that in sedimentary rocks, you can find layering systems, stratified layers, as well as the fossil fuels or the fossils. They are mainly found in the sedimentary rock. They are not found in the igneous rock. Fossils are only found in the sedimentary rock. Okay, and over our earth crust, maximum part is covered up with sedimentary rocks due to the accumulation of the sediments or the cementation of and the binding up of the rock particles. Okay, so sedimentary rocks, you have heard about the fossil fuel of coal and petroleum. They are found in this stratified layer. Okay, see this picture. In the sedimentary rocks, you can find that layers are there, prominent layers are there. Okay, so from the prominent layers, stratified layers, in between those two layers, the fossil fuels has been formed. Okay, and igneous rocks and sedimentary rocks can be changed into metamorphic rock. So metamorphic rock means any type of rock, maybe igneous or maybe sedimentary, due to extreme heat and pressure condition, the rock entirely change up its physical and chemical composition. Okay, and it is converted into metamorphic rock. So the process is known as metamorphism. You can see different types of rocks and minerals are given. Okay, igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks and metamorphic rocks, and some of the minerals along with that. The names are also given. You can find it out: basalt, gravel, granite. Okay, several types of metamorphic rocks are also given: breccia, okay, sandstone. These types of sedimentary rocks, name of the rocks is already given. Okay, shale, whereas here are some name of the minerals: copper, feldspar, diamond, gold. Okay, so minerals, when they assemble together, more than one minerals, they are converted into rocks. So metamorphic rock, what I have told, when they have suddenly, with not suddenly, in a gradual process due to extreme heat and temperature condition, when they gradually change up their form, they are known as the metamorphic rock, metamorphism. For example, you can take limestone. Okay, limestone is a sedimentary rock, and under extreme heat and pressure, it gradually converted into marble. Marble is very much common to you. Many of you have already seen marble, and now it is also used for the building construction or the flooring purpose. Okay, so marble is a metamorphic rock, and it has been converted from limestone. Limestone is a sedimentary rock. So the from one rock to another, it can change its form. Okay, so metamorphic rock, due to metamorphism, it is changing from other types of rock, maybe from igneous, maybe from sedimentary, or maybe one metamorphic rock can be changed into another metamorphic rock due to metamorphism, due to change in temperature and pressure. Now rocks are very much useful to us. Hard rocks are mainly used for constructional purpose of buildings, okay, houses, bridges, roads, etc. As well as there are some precious rocks, okay, or minerals are there. They are very much expensive, used for making several types of beautiful things like jewelries or some decorative piece. Okay, so these are, there are several other uses of the minerals and the rocks. Do you know about what is the hardest mineral? The hardest mineral is the diamond, and the softest one is the talc, talcum powder. Okay, you use for making powder. You have heard that name. So it is the talc. So here are some pictures given. This see with the granite rocks. They are very much hard because as they are formed from the igneous rock. Okay, you can see the picture. Due to the deposition of magma and the solidification and cooling of magma, they are formed sedimentary rocks. You see, sedimentary layers are there. Over there you can see the layers. Okay, so in different ages, different periods, there is the deposition and cementation of the sediments, and it can be formed into layer. These layers are known as the bedding plane. Okay, difference between two layers, these are the bedding plane, and in between these layers, okay, you can find, see here is the layering system also. In between this layer you can find about the fossil fuels over there. Here are some pictures of metamorphic rock: quartz, slate, marble, gneiss, schist. Okay, some of the pictures of the rocks are given. You can take it as an example. So if you are also interested, you can also collect several types of rock. You can judge it from its characteristics. So there are some procedure for understanding, and you will if you go through it, you will also learn it from in your higher class. But beside your surrounding, you can find different types of rocks are there. Okay, and you can collect different types of rock, and you can try to understand the several types of characteristics. Okay, now if you want to really know the name of the rocks, it is now quite hard for you, but it is not a impossible task. From several other sources you can judge, identify, okay, and you can test it up, as well as you can find out, you can collect some rocks for you. Now the last important thing is the rock cycle. It is very much important. Rock cycle means you have heard already about the three types of rock: igneous, metamorphic and sedimentary. So from any types of rock, other types of rock can be formed, and if you find it, it will be in a cyclic way. Okay, so this process of transformation of one rock to another rock, it is known as the rock cycle. This is the process transformation of one rock to another rock. Okay, and you have already learned that first of all the magma is cooled and solidified. Okay, so the magma, when it is coming out from the magma chamber, it is cooled and solidified, and it is being converted into igneous rock. Inside the earth surface, where the magma is solidified and cooled, this part is the intrusive igneous rock, and when it is coming out and it is cooling and solidified on the surface of the earth, it is known as the extrusive igneous rock. Okay, so from here the igneous rock has been formed. Now igneous rocks has been break down into small particles, maybe due to weathering, erosion. Okay, and these sediments are carried out and they are deposited. Okay, breakdown of this rock, and gradually due to weathering and erosion they have been break down, and gradually they are again deposited and formed into sedimentary rock. Now these sedimentary rocks under heat and pressure can convert into metamorphic rock. Okay, so you can see from igneous to sedimentary, sedimentary to metamorphic. Now how the metamorphic rock will be converted into sedimentary rocks? The metamorphic rock, when it comes contact with the interior of the earth, it can be formed into molten materials, and it can be mixed up with the magma, and again those molten material will come out and it will cool and solidified, and again it will be converted into igneous rock. So you can see from one rock, due to several ongoing process, it can convert or formed into other types of rocks. Okay, so this process is known as the rock cycle. So from here, this paragraph it is given over here, the process of rocks of up to this much. You will just go through it, what I have discussed over here, you can find the answer. Another diagram I have given you to understand it properly about the rock cycle. From here you can, if it is required, you can copy this diagram in your classwork copy. Okay, see here igneous rock, the box is given. Igneous rock, due to weathering and erosion, it is breaking down into sedimentary rock. Now sedimentary rock, deposition and lithification. Okay, this breakdown particles is lithified and deposited, and due to deposition and lithification it has been converted into sedimentary rocks. So igneous rocks breaking down into sediment is deposited and cemented in one area, and it can be converted into sedimentary rock. Now sedimentary rocks under heat and pressure, it is converting into metamorphic rock. So heat and pressure, it gradually changes form and characteristics and converted into metamorphic rock. Now metamorphic rock gradually it start to melt when it come contacts with the lower part of the earth crust, okay, where everything is in molten position, and due to melting it has been converted into magma. Okay, now magma again cooling or due to volcanic eruption, again it will be converted into igneous rock, because when the magma again will come out, it will again cool and solidified and it will be converted into igneous rocks. Okay, or coding or crystallization, you can see, making the small crystals. Okay, cooling or crystallization, it can be also formed into igneous rocks. So magma can be cooled down and formed into small crystals and can be converted into igneous rock, or due to volcanic eruption, lava, okay, it can be also converted into igneous rock. So volcanic eruption through lava, extrusive igneous rock, and cooling and crystallization inside the earth from the magma, intrusive igneous rock. Okay, and new materials can be added from the depth also, from the other types of rocks, and can be converted into igneous rocks. So it is in a cyclic order. Now if you go in the reverse process, you can also find this metamorphic rock. Okay, it can be easily break down into weather erosion particle, and it can be converted into sedimentary rock. So from sediment, heat and pressure, metamorphic rock under weathering and erosion, it has been break down into sediment and sedimentary rock. Igneous rock also can be break down into sediment and can be converted into sedimentary rocks. Now these igneous rocks under heat and pressure, it can also change into metamorphic rock. Like sedimentary rock under heat and pressure, it changes into metamorphic rock. Igneous rock also can under heat and pressure can be converted into metamorphic rock. Okay, now sedimentary rocks, directly sedimentary rocks can be melted and it can be formed into igneous rocks. This can also happen. So from every angle, if we find from all the three rocks, all the three types of rocks can be formed under different processes of transformation. So this entire thing is known as the rock cycle. Okay, now rock cycle is a very important part of your chapter and you have to learn it properly. Okay, it may come in your examination also, and when we will do it, when the question will come, along with the definition, you have to also present the diagram. If the diagram concept is clear to you, you can easily define the answer. Okay, so if the diagram concept is clear to you, so any angle, any question, you can answer it. So some of the questions I have given from this chapter, let's see. Name the three different layers of the earth. What is Sial, Shrima and Nife? Define rocks and minerals. What are sedimentary rocks? How they are formed? What are intrusive igneous rock and extrusive igneous rocks? Define rock cycle with the help of diagram. Define rock cycle with the help of diagram. Give two examples of each of the indigenous sedimentary rocks and metamorphic rocks. What are the uses of minerals? What is the depth of core? Why are the indigenous rocks called primary rocks? And why it is said that rock cycle has neither a beginning or an end? Just now which I have discussed about the rock cycle. So I hope all this question, it is a task for you. After understanding, going through the chapter, going through my video, reading the chapter, you have to solve this question by yourself. Maybe if you face any problem, any difficulty, then I am over here that I will discuss your query in the next video. You can mail to me through my mail or WhatsApp number and I can give you the solution. Okay. So thank you all and have a nice day. Thank you very much.